the intro music down a little bit to hear you, Lisa. What were you saying?
Oh, the sound was going really loud and then really soft. Just it was going in and out on my end for some reason.
Oh, well, I don't know. Unless
Alright.
you're ahead of time, since I just lowered the volume now.
Okay.
So you are ahead of time?
No, I'm on live. It was just going in and out, like real low and then real loud.
Hmm. Wait, I don't know. Now it's going louder. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Lutz, and I'm here on the front lines with Not Tank. I'm here with sometimes Lisa.
That's right. I'm sometimes here. Surprise. How
Well,
are you, Dan?
I'm doing okay. I feel like I
Okay.
feel I feel like I'm in recovery from getting the coin launched and
Oh yeah.
other
It's
things.
exhausting.
Yeah, but it's more no not more exhausting than Adam Schiff on trying to talk about the impeachment. I just it's impossible to listen to him.
Isn't it?
Even when they show the short clips, like Inger
Uh-huh.
Mangle or someone showing a short clip, I
Uh-huh.
don't want to hear it.
Me neither. What's so disgusting. I listened to about 2 or 3 minutes of it of someone else talking today. It wasn't Schiff, it was someone else. And I thought if I only watched mainstream news, I probably would believe them because they're very convincing. And it's so upsetting to know that you know the truth and all the people watching mainstream news are probably sucked right into it. And that's really unfortunate. Made me sick to my stomach. I had to shut it off.
Yeah, it was very disgusting, the whole thing. But the problem is that they're going to take their whole 24 hours. They're going to just use it up, right? Just to keep repeating. Hopefully, if they just keep repeating and repeating, repeating, that everyone would just go along with it, right? But no,
Hmm.
it's just it actually is talking people out of it. Is it,
Right. Yeah, if he's so guilty, like just get to the, just say it and be done with it, right? Um, just so 24 hours, Dan. I haven't been following that closely because I was out of town for a few days. So 24 hours for each side. Each
yeah,
gets 24 hours.
yeah,
Okay.
and then 12 hours of questions.
Oh,
So we first have to suffer through the House presenting their non-case, right? And then
right.
they have to keep but they're I guess they're only they've I don't know. I don't think they're even a third of the way through. I don't know.
So do they get to call evidence or witnesses or show evidence or call witnesses at all?
Well, they're supposed to be showing their evidence.
Oh, that's the 24 hours.
Yeah, but
Okay.
calling witnesses, no.
Okay.
If they had depositions or anything right now is when they would bring it up and show it. Here's the video. This is our evidence. To call live witnesses, that is the dispute.
Right, because Trump released the audio himself. So he's got nothing to hide, right? They have nothing to pull in.
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah. He released the transcript, not the. There was no audio recording.
Right. He released a transcript of the actual wording. So
Yeah.
there's not like they can say, hey, we are submitting this as evidence. Because he already gave them the evidence, right? There's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Right. I don't know. The other thing is, I saw Adam Schiff reading the transcript, right, and quoting from it to basically show that how their side is correct. Oh no.
That's so ridiculous. Yeah. I want it to be over, but I'm sure that Trump has a plan that we can't see, and there's got to be something good coming from this. So I guess but it's hard to get through. It really is.
That definitely is. Well, the other other thing we have to wait for is where the 24 hours that'll be for Trump's attorneys. Now, when they start, who knows if they'll take 24 hours? Yeah, they probably won't. They probably will be done in like 6 hours. And then when
that would be incredible.
Then it's the questions period, right? Then there's the 12 hours of questions. So these are written questions from the senators. Now, then they can open it up to witnesses.
Okay.
And that's if the vote of 51 of the senators to say yes, we're going to see these witnesses. I think it's.
Wow.
I think it would be a really. I think it's really bad for the Democrats to have witnesses.
Yeah, because our people can question them, right?
Right.
And what do they have nothing, right? So they're just incriminating themselves. That's probably what I would assume Trump's attorneys are waiting for.
Well, I think they want to get Bolton, and there's so much of in this these plans to get. I think all of this impeachment was known before Trump even ran for office.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
it's also everything's so premeditated on their part, right?
Well, on both sides. No, I think Trump, playing a game against them, is playing.
Oh, you mean Trump had the impeachment planned? Oh, I didn't even think about that angle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that this would be the roadmap to bring the whole deep state out on trial.
Right. Yes, you're right. That's a good point.
So if they bring all of this to this point, it's also, I think, John Bolton was fired, right, by Trump. Mm-hmm. You're fired.
Right.
and
reality show.
So John Bolton is going to testify, and the Dems want that, right? That's the cheese for the trap. John Bolton is the cheese, and so they want to bring in Hunter and his father,
right,
the
Bidens,
and also the whistleblower, and the first whistleblower, or in the first or the informant, right? I'll bring these people forward, right? And I think that's just going to reveal that this was really Russian collusion via the Hillary Clinton campaign put together in Ukraine, right? And this is what's going to come out of this trial.
Yeah, the real collusion here is the Dems don't want Americans to have a voice. That's the real collusion here, right? They're afraid real Americans are intercede in anything good or positive. That's what's really, I think, going on here. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I sent you an interesting video this morning. When you have time, we'll watch it. Maybe you and Tank can show it tomorrow. But it's a great one on a whistleblower talking about Adam Schiff and Cummings and really, really good stuff. A friend of mine sent it to me today.
Is that the Red Pill News one?
Yeah, have you already watched it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay, so when you have time, I think Tank would love to see it because, he's such a Schiff fan, right?
Well, there is this one. Let me bring this up.
Okay.
This is Santa Rosa City School Board.
Yes.
And it's Lawful America at Santa Rosa School Board. All right.
Yes.
And what's going on here is that I guess they have limited time, right? So everyone took a piece of the letter to read it into the record at the school board.
at a school board meeting in California, which is so powerful because we know that California and New York are the two strongest states. And today, Tank did a 2-hour live show from the Babylon Library in New York. That's why he's not here tonight because he's been on delayed. But I think having both of those events back to back is pretty powerful, right?
Yeah, and it's just amazing. The people are now taking the tools that were given to the people, right, by Lawful America. This is what they can do, right? The heavy, part of the heavy lifting was done, right? Here's everything you
Absolutely.
need. Go out and get it done.
Yeah, and what's amazing is we have so many people volunteering to send out letters, email campaigns, send more letters, whatever they need to do. And it's literally the website, the Facebook is blowing up. I mean, it's just, we can't even keep up with how many people are volunteering. We have to do onboarding instructions. And so it's really exciting. I actually saw that last night, and I was laying in bed. I had just gotten back from a trip and pretty wiped out. And I laid in bed and clapped out loud by myself and kind of, got teary-eyed. It was pretty exciting to see, especially the last two ladies. I just felt like it was just really powerful. So it was really great.
Here's the lady in red.
Yeah. But the first two people, they cut him off, right? Because it was too long. So, it's exciting to be a part of it.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. But everyone should watch this and get the views up. It's at 745 views.
Yeah, I think they should, and I think if even 10% of the people share that with, you think about this. So because I'm the one who had this vision of the letters, how they're supposed to go out, and I feel like if you were a superintendent of a school and you got a certified letter from Lawful America saying that you and all of your employees that are pushing vaccines are going to be held liable, criminally and civilly, and it's up to you to stop it. And then we had 100 principals in that state email them saying, or get an email saying, did you know your boss got this letter? What's the mental impact that would have on you if you were the state superintendent? What would you do, right?
Right.
If you were that superintendent and you got 100 calls from principals in your state, what would you do?
I think I'd
Pretty
investigate.
Powerful.
Yeah, investigate.
Yeah, I think I'd have to do some damage control and send out a letter and say, okay, because if 100 principals called him and complained and asked questions, he'd have to do damage control and shut it down, right? Because now they're all liable because they all know. So that's kind of what we're working towards. And not only that with the schools, but the Department of Health, which controls all the doctors and hospitals. So it's pretty exciting. I'm thrilled that it's multiplying quickly. So that's what's going on in our world. So.
Well, that's good. Well, so I appreciate also that you said that you got intel from Thomas.
Oh,
show.
Yeah.
So.
And another, yes, I'll share some of this with you. One of the exciting things, I guess Trump, I didn't hear a Trump speech. I was out of town. I was actually at the state capitol in Washington State on Tuesday, lobbying and meeting with senators and so forth. So I really missed an entire few days. But I guess Trump did a speech on Tuesday. Did you get to hear that?
In Davos?
I guess it would have been in Davos because he was gone, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you get to hear that speech?
Yes, I did.
And what was your thoughts on it?
Na 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 na.
Okay, because I'm gonna read a little intel. Actually, I'm gonna start at the end. It said, and then I'll kind of go work backwards. It says the Trump Tuesday, the Trump speech in Davos, some familiar lines that have been heard from.
Is this the document you sent? Oh, the THA document.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he talks about Trump being in Davos on Tuesday, and that it was actually refreshing to have Trump being really positive, no pessimism. He was narrating from some of the THI shows in Kim, and there was a bright future. We're all coming together.
Yeah.
And that Trump also mentioned, which is kind of ties into Lawful America. I love it. 190 judges are being trained in constitutional law, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't get to hear the speech, so tonight was the first time I got to hear that.
Yeah, I did hear. No, when I said no, he wasn't there last year, right? But the previous year he was there, and
Okay.
he basically put them all on notice that first time. And now he's
Oh.
completely changed the direction, right? And it's like the best economy in the world, outpacing everyone. Everyone
Oh
wants to
yeah.
now make a deal with him, right? So that's why I said na
Right.
na 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 na, because now he's actually,
Right.
you know, literally righted the ship, and now everything is going gangbusters, and they all want to like now participate, right? So it's a big change. So
What a shift that is. So now he's a good guy, right? He's a guy riding in on the white horse, and they all want a piece of it. So that's good news. I think that's great.
well,
So that was exciting.
one of the things that Trump said though, in regards to now this wasn't in the speech, but in a reporter asking questions, and it came down to it's now time to do a deal with Europe, right?
Hmm.
And Europe will be more difficult to do a deal with than China.
Why
But
is that? And I heard the Queen signed the Brexit officially today, and for the
yes,
end of the month, it's officially signed and
yep.
signed off by her. So why is that more difficult there?
Because in China you've got one decision-making body,
Oh, right,
right? And then
right,
in the EU you've got like bureaucrats. They're all like
right.
under their different positions and different countries and all the rest and now and it's going to be breaking out at the same time. But the one thing that Trump said was is that but they have to make a deal. They don't have a choice. They have to make a deal because
Why
if
do they have to? Because of Brexit?
no, because
Okay.
he'll put sanctions on them.
Oh,
He's
right.
already won in court in the World Trade Association court. He's already won a lawsuit. Now he was complaining that they weren't winning, right?
Right.
But and now this court is gone. Doesn't exist anymore because there's supposed to be 5 or 7 people on. I forget how many, but they've been losing people along the way, and the last one there was only one left, and with only one you can't have they can't have a quorum. So it doesn't exist anymore. So no one can go and appeal. No one can do anything. So the last ruling was against Europe for America in regards to the auto industry, lawsuit. Right. So he can put 25% tariffs on every vehicle coming from Europe into America. Every
Ah,
Mercedes, every BMW, Volkswagen, Jaguar. Well, yeah, that's now UK. That's not going to be in the mix, but I don't know.
yeah.
Fiat.
But they know, Dan, that he's not. He's not bluffing, right?
No.
So they know he'll really do it, which is the best part because now they want to. Now they have to participate. Like you said, they have no choice,
Right.
right? That's
Yes.
pretty exciting stuff. I think he might be winning a little bit. What do you think?
I think we're all winning because of him.
Yeah, I think we're winning. He's winning, and he keeps on winning, which is, it's a good streak to have. I hope he doesn't break stride anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I have more intel. So that was the end of the intel. So let me
Yeah.
go back a little bit and
Yeah.
find what else.
I just rotated up to the top.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess following certain groups and their latest attempt to seduce, steal control from Kim last week, all hell has broken loose. This went on through Sunday, and Monday morning at 6, we know Trump left for Davos. The UK cabinet was confirmed and prevented from attending Davos. Why would that be?
Hmm. Let's see. Well, the following certain groups, their latest attempts to steal
Yeah,
control
the
from
second
Kim last
paragraph.
week. All right. Well, I just thought I was getting context. I didn't. I don't know why would UK cabinet was confirmed and prevented from attending Davos.
Yeah, I didn't know why that would be if they're confirmed. Why they couldn't
Okay.
go to Davos.
I'm going to guess, right? I'm going to
Okay.
complete guess.
Yes.
They're doing Brexit. We're not with
Ah.
you anymore. Why would they attend their group meeting?
Right. Right. Okay, makes sense.
Right.
Okay, that's probably a good guess. I would say we'll see, but that's probably a good reason. And then the M15 have turned the war on the Rothschild group since they are members of the Black Sun.
That would be MI5.
Who's MI5?
It's like CIA.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the European version.
That's actually the UK version.
UK version.
There's MI5 and MI6.
Right. Okay. Have turned the war on the Rothschild group since they are members of the Black Sun. What started this latest panic that will not go away? Apart from attempting.
Wait a minute. The MI5 have turned the war on the Rothschild group since they are members of the Black. So the Rothschild group is part of the Black Sun?
No, the MI5 looks like they're members of the Black Sun, and they're fighting for the banking control.
Okay.
So they've turned the Black Sun, their people, which are Black Sun, onto the Rothschilds because they're at war for control of the bank.
I get it. All right.
Yeah. I didn't type this, so I'm just it's harder when someone else does it because you don't always hear it in your head. What started this latest panic that will not go away? Because apart from attempting to hack the quantum system several hundred times, the loss of another computer in Paraguay, the trust called in all the central bank fund debt, all of which was borrowed, and I heard this part, which isn't in here, from the Rothschilds and all the families, and no one has the ability to pay it back. The minions just want to be paid. Most of them haven't been paid for some time now. For some 8 to 12 months, as they were told to wait for the RV to pay out. It will never happen. And there's light at the end of the tunnel. Factions are breaking. They will turn on each other and within their own ranks. Eventually will arrive at a point of mutual interest. Ours is far longer than theirs. We want guarantees that they will look after all the people. The harvesting program is over and not coming back. There's a big hiring spree by JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. And from what I heard, it was to the tune of 1,900 people this year. Black Sun and Rothschilds are trying to control the banks through text messages that they thought were private, which isn't in here, sent to cronies in the banks. I guess Kim did see them, and they were trying to intercept funds, steal funds, delay or reject government officials. And Kim put out a warning to them that says these anonymous systems are being dismantled. Any person following these orders will be removed. And I guess the hiring of JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are all hackers. It's their undercover word for actual hackers to try to break into systems, and it won't work on their behalf. So that's the intel from Tommy this week.
Okay. Well, there's the first part.
Well, Bill, the first 3 paragraphs are from last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was it. Yeah, I didn't really skip twice. It was just on there from last week for some reason. So
right.
That's the intel. So all good stuff.
Well, I think that's interesting to say the least. That they're still trying to control the banks by way of anonymous text messages. They're burner phones, right? It's like,
what's funny is they watch everything, obviously, that Kim puts out. So she's careful what she puts out, right? Because she knows everything's being watched. And if they think Kim can't see what they're doing, and yet they're watching her, isn't it kind of it's not a very bright move, If they can watch her, why can't she watch them? Right? It just doesn't make any sense, and she's probably got way more ability than they do. So it's kind of a naive way to think if they think that everything's private. So, yeah.
Yes.
So,
that is
true.
So
that's kind of exciting. So that's all I have for today. I actually have to jump on another show, but I wanted to at least jump on Tank's behalf and see how you're doing. I haven't been on for a while, and share some intel with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, I'm probably going to just make this a short show.
A short
anyway.
show. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm sure you're wiped out. I know you've done a lot with your coin release, so that's exciting for you. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
going really well.
there's little oddities. You don't know what's going to happen. We had about 500 people join within the first. It could make 12 hours, something like that.
Oh, good.
And we ended up having some problems, so we couldn't figure out what it was. What it was is that there was too many people, and that the email system, we didn't get that there was a throttle on in one part that basically it reached a maximum, and then it just stopped sending email.
Oh.
And then it started again, so we didn't know that where the problem existed, right? How do you figure out where that problem exists?
Right.
But then we figured it out. So
it's the stuff you just don't anticipate. You're just so excited to open it up and let it go, and then you're like, oh, we didn't realize there was.
Well, yeah. Whenever
right?
you're trying to design something new and build up something, then you're putting pieces together, and sometimes especially when you're talking email. I'm not a fan of email as a system, but for verification of an email address, so you can like retrieve a forgotten password. That's really the only reason for it, right? So anyway, that's like one of the
and verifying, and it keeps your IP address. So yeah, there's some there. I agree with you. I think it's important to have that ability and verification stuff. But yeah, good for you though. Good for you that you got this off the ground, and all still while doing the Dan Litz show every night. So hats off to you for being able to juggle it all.
Yeah,
a lot.
Keep going. Now I have to do 2 shows a night.
Oh, so you do another show? Is it before this one or after?
Not yet, but soon. I'll do it 12 hours apart, something like that.
Okay, so one. So this is morning for you, so you'll do one at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
But it will be more about the coin and about the abundance and that kind of thing, and about gold, right? Focusing on gold.
Gold's doing well.
Well, this is all about gold, so whatever gold
it's
does.
Tied in.
It's tied.
And gold's doing well. Yeah, gold and silver both doing well. Dow Jones is higher than it's ever been, and kind of good stuff going on. So pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So, all right, Dan. Well, it's good to see you and catch up, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Sometime I'll be back. Right.
All right, Lisa. Thank you again for jumping in.
No problem. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. Well, we will make this short, and I just if you are interested in learning more about the coin, I guess go to goldgraincoin.com, and you can read about it. There's also a link in the description of this video below. So just it's like the first line, or it'll take you there, so you can set up an affiliate account, and you can buy from there. Everything is in Bitcoin as an exchange, because that's it's way we stay out of that jurisdiction, right, of dollars and fiat and that. So everything is kept in the Bitcoin realm, and then it is a coin that's just going to follow the price of gold. So whatever gold is doing, whatever the spot market price is, that's what we'll match the price to. So, but anyway, just have any more questions, please go ahead and contact me in my Telegram group. You can call me there as well, and we can talk about it. I'll get you up to speed. All right, and then please join us at wwg1wga.love, and you can get a subscription there for $1.11 a month, $8.88 a month, $9.99 a year, or some other just random amounts that are much larger if you'd like to make larger donations. So thank you for everything you've been doing to help me get through this and get up to this point where it's deployed. So thank you all. You're all amazing. So until tomorrow, we'll see you.